Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, competitors, officials, etc. Can you hear me in the balcony? Can you hear me on the pool side? Perhaps I don't need to use this mic then. Good morning, my name's Ian. I'm working with Abraham or Bram this morning and for the rest of the competition, and we're going to do our best to keep this competition moving, letting you know what's going on, etc., etc. We are nearly ready to get the obstacle race underway, which of course is your first event of the competition. We're just waiting for the officials, which I think have been having an extra little yip-yap up in the briefing room, but I can see more of them starting to appear. Okay, I've just been told that I'm too loud. We're going to try and turn me down a little bit, so bear with us a moment. I'm just looking at my tech wizards. Okay, at the scoreboard end of the pool in the balcony, can you hear me okay? Yes, and at the the diving board end, are you all okay down there? Can you hear me? Can somebody give me a wave? Yes, that's fantastic, so I shouldn't be too loud. Okay, can we please have the first four heats for the 200 obstacle race? And we're going to start to prepare them. Of course, once we get the first couple of heats underway, we will then slot into our lovely smooth operating system. So just bear with us for the first couple of heats whilst everybody gets settled. As some of you may have already seen, we do have a drone that will be doing some filming of what's going on in the pool itself. That's being operated by a man called Rocky, who stood right beside me at the moment. So if you see this thing buzzing around, it is in full control of Rocky. And hopefully you will see some amazing footage up on the screen or out on the live stream. So just to keep you updated, as you can see, there's a few final tweaks being made to the obstacles down at the scoreboard end. Once that is complete, I understand we're just about ready to get going. That should be quite shortly. So everybody, I've just been informed that we are now ready to go. So once again, a huge welcome to everybody to this 2023 Commonwealth Lifesaving Championships held here in Windsor, Canada. A huge thank you to everybody. Okay, let's have a cheer from everybody to start with, please. Make sure everybody's awake. Let's have a cheer. Yeehaw! Thank you very much, and it's a huge, huge welcome to our first heat, of course the nervous ones, but our first heat of 3 that have stood before you now, and it's over to our chief referee, Stephanie Andrews, to commence the racing. So as we can clearly see, the first race is well underway. Just to update everybody, just to make sure that you're going to the right website to watch the live stream, make sure you enter REC, R-E-C, Tech, T-E-C, TV. So that's rectechtv.ca. Make sure you go onto that website, as I understand there is already an Ookie one out there. The screen, of course, on the opposite side of the pool is what is being live streamed. The screen at the finish end of the pool is all the times, etc. So the first heat are on their way back to conclude their 200-metre obstacles. As we can see, the heat is quite well spread out. The final swimmer has just emerged from underneath the obstacles, so a nice little cheer for her when she finishes. Beautiful, well done girls. There's the first heat out of the way.
And here they go for the second heat of the 200-meter obstacle swim. In total, we have 8 heats.
So at the moment the girls are plodding through heat number 4. Once I've got some additional equipment, hopefully I'll be able to give a little bit more commentary when I can see exactly what's happening. But just for the spectators' information in particular, these heats, of course, end up with finals. The finals are held this afternoon. We have an A and a B final. The A and the B finals are made up from the 2 fastest swimmers from each category, whether it be national teams or development teams. And we will have 8 in the A final and 8 in the B, just to give you a bit of an idea as to how this all works if you're not up to speed. So we're on our final length now, making our way towards that 200-metre point. First slow, they've got to negotiate the final obstacle. Girls will be heading down under the water, either swimming through a beautiful curve or perhaps planting their feet on the bottom of the pool, which is 2 metres deep, powering off to get to that finish line. And here comes that first swimmer, lane number 5. Well done. And the others, we've got 3 there fighting it out between them. Lane 6, I think, and lane 4. Yep, 6, I think, just got the touch. Well done, girls. Again, I just want to emphasise that the times and everything that you see on the screen, of course, are provisional. They are not confirmed final places. The final places will come on the sheets that will appear later on once the chief referee has signed off. Okay, I better shut up for a moment because we're about, I think, to start heat number 5. So heat number 5 is well underway. Let's try and keep a little bit of noise going. I know the competitors have to save their energy for when they actually take part. But here we go, down lane number 1, length number 1, heading towards that 50-metre point after they've negotiated obstacle number 2. Who's going to hit the wall first? I can't see from here. Of course, on the scoreboard, you can see the times coming up of their first length for 50 metres. Now they're heading back for the 100-metre point, where we, of course, will see their 100-metre times. Mr. Drone has now taken to the air again. Rocky's fully in control of it. Here the girls go underneath those obstacles. I can't see from here, but if you can see them, are they swimming under the obstacles in a nice curve, or are they putting their feet on the bottom of the pool and driving off, using those big muscles in the legs to get them as far forward as they can? All have now turned at the 100-metre point, or are heading up towards that 150. So as we can see from the scoreboard, all turned at the 150-metre point, all within a few seconds of each other. Be a close-ish finish for the position, second place. And that concludes that heat. Just waiting for the signals for the swimmers to leave the water and to start the next heat. That's heat 6 now underway, heat 6 of 8. If I can have the team's attentions, please, we'd now like to see the men's 200 metres obstacle competitors make their way to marshalling. Men's 200 metre obstacles, please make your way to marshalling. Thank you.
All teams attention please. Can we have for marshalling the men for the 200 meter obstacle swim? Men, 200 meter obstacle swim to marshalling please. And there they go, full pool swimmers for the 200 meter obstacle swim ladies. And just know, you can follow it all on the live stream as well. rectectv.ca, all with C's, rectectv.ca. You can follow the live stream, the one you can see on the big screen as well. And that was the start of the last heat for the ladies 200 meter obstacle swim. Once again, marshalling call for the men 200 meter obstacle swim. If you haven't done so, please come to the marshalling position.
So we're just holding the start of this race to start with, just for a moment. As you can see on the board, this is now heat number 2. We've actually combined heat number 1 and 2 together. So 1 has now become 2. Just got a few technical matters to address, and then this heat will be underway. So the technical matter has now been addressed, and we're just about to get going. So here we go with the first heat of the men's 200 metres. Just a few little facts for you. We've had 15 event organisers in the background to pull this lot together. You have in the region of 60 officials on the pull side officiating. I understand that the oldest is 81 years of age. We also have a lot of volunteers running around in red. There's about 50 or so of those, and the youngest one is 8 years of age. 8 years of age. I don't know the oldest, but I've been told the youngest is 8. That's the one fantastic thing about Lifesaving, of course. We involve every age going. We have 170-ish competitors that will be competing over the next 3 days. 11 countries. You will have possibly picked up that Kenya, Ghana and Sri Lanka haven't been able to make it here, so they do still appear on your programme, but unfortunately they're unable to join us. So we actually have 11 competing. Anyway, back to the race. We're now 100 metres into it. The first competitor is just about, in fact he's gone under the obstacle and is heading towards the 150 mark.
Teams, your attention please. Marshalling call for the women 200-meter relay obstacle. Marshalling call for the women 200-meter obstacle relay. Marshalling call. And while the last heat is on its way for the men 200-meter obstacle swim, here's the marshal call for the man 200-meter obstacle relay. Marshalling call for the man 200-meter obstacle relay. Please proceed to the marshalling position.
So my next comments will be particularly of interest to the team managers and coaches. We have just received the results of the heats for the ladies 200 obstacles. They have now been published. I just want to highlight that it's only the results and their swim times. It is not, I repeat, not an indication of who is in the A and B finals. That will come later. So that's the conclusion of the individual 200 obs. The next event, of course, will be the relay, obstacle relay. This one, of course, is going to get a little bit more exciting, and I'm sure we're going to get a little bit more noise from the spectators and, of course, the athlete supporters. There are two heats for the ladies. So here we go then, the first swimmers underway. This, of course, is going to be a little bit more lively than the 200 metres. Just competing in a team gives that extra buzz, a little bit of extra noise, a little bit of drive. Of course, the competitors have got to be very careful on the changeovers. First swimmer must touch that wall before number 2 departs, which they're about to do. Swimmers number 2 on their way back. First ones have cleared the obstacle. Heading towards that next obstacle. That swimmer in front is staring at that obstacle, planning on whether they're going to turn around and dive to go under it. She's down, under, back up. Now she's going to turn around and power towards that wall, ensuring she gets there first. So I think it's lane 4 for my position. And there goes number 3s. You can see the field is starting to open up now. Middle 2 lanes though, of course, are still reasonably close together as we can see. Wow, that was a close touch on lane 3 there between lanes 4 and 5, I think. But they're now heading back. Swimmers will be looking at each other, watching what's going on. The final little surge to hit that wall and hit that pad, and the times have appeared on the screen as you can see. It's all gone very quiet in here. Come on, let's give a little bit of support for the final swimmer coming in. On lane 2, I think it is. And she appears from the water, and here she goes. She's got the last 5 meters to get to that wall. Let's have a little bit of a cheer. Yeehaw! Well done. Thank you. That's what we're all here for. We support everybody.
And while the second heat is on its way, last call for marshalling. Marshalling for the men, 200-meter obstacle relay. Please, 200-meter men obstacle relay, come to the marshalling position. Teams, please your attention. Marshalling for the women relay line throw. Women relay line throw, please come to marshalling position. And that was the start of the last heat of the preliminary men 200 meter obstacle relay. If you haven't sent your athletes yet, please, women, line throw relay, move to the marshalling position. And don't forget, if you can't see it correctly from your position, just go on the internet and go to the live stream, rectechtv.ca. rectechtv.ca.
As lifeguards, we must be visible. Lifesaving Society lifeguard uniforms give guards the professional and distinctive look that stands out in a crowd. Readily identifiable at a distance and instantly credible in the international lifeguard colors, our uniforms are durable, UV protected, quick drying, and lightweight for superior comfort and fit. Lifesaving Society uniforms are designed by lifeguards for lifeguards. Order now from the online store of Canada's lifeguarding experts.
It's not like any job you've ever had.
Our job requires skill,
Physical fitness, teamwork.
making life-saving decisions,
We are all across Canada, competing on the world stage,
creating new friends,
making a difference.
celebrating 50 years of saving lives.
We are Canada's national lifeguards.
Lifesaving Society is pleased to introduce the Strokes and Skills instructional video series featuring front crawl, back crawl, and breaststroke. And there's more, including entries, dives, movement skills, kicks, and fitness, a total of 8 separate instructional videos. They all follow the must-sees found in the revised Swim for Life Award Guide and Teaching Swim for Life resource, and each video is less than 5 minutes. Instructors can now watch the must-sees come to life with real kids demonstrating strokes and skills across different swimmer levels. Colorful animations along with slow motion capture and instant replays all help to reinforce and apply the must-sees. With demonstrations above and below the water, stroke and skill mechanics are clearly shown and engaging to learners. You'll see how kids perform the same stroke or skill differently but still meet the same must-sees. These video clips are short, informative, and easy to follow. They demonstrate the must-sees clearly and best of all, feature some really cool kids. For more information about the Swim, Strokes, and Skills instructional video series, visit the Lifesaving Society's website.
The life-saving version of Cowboys and Indians. The line throw. Test.
Okay, so there's heat number 2 concluded. Just a little bit more information now for the team managers. The A and B finals competitors have now been completed, and they will be published where all the other results are, I think, at the end of the pool. So the A and B finals for the 200 ops have been completed and they have been published. They will not be available at competitor liaison, so you'll get a bit too busy down here. Okay, we're heading towards heat 3 now. Heat 3 of the ladies. Line throw. As some of you have already seen, it is an exciting little event, which of course takes place over about, hopefully, 12, 13, 14 seconds. They of course have a maximum of 45 seconds to get that rope out and get that casualty back to the wall. Let's see how heat number 3 does. And men for the line throw. If you'd like to come down for marshalling, please. Men to marshalling for line throw. So competitors have entered the water. The victims, of course, are swimming out, making sure they get that 17-ish meter line sort of as straight as they possibly can. Any excess will probably get thrown behind the obstacles. They are, of course, throwing over 12.5 meters, 12.5 meters. So it does take a little while just to get it all set, but we can see the girls are underway, some using a conventional throw, some using the windmill. Has anybody got it out yet? I can't quite see from my position. There's no cheering. Yes, somebody's on the way back. Looks like zero, I think. And they're in and hit the wall in an amazing 17.3 seconds. Here they come in with number 2, heading towards that wall. Some are still struggling a little bit, but there we go. 1, 2, 3 in already. A couple of girls still continuing. As I said, they've got 45 seconds to get this out there. Come on, girls, we can keep it going. And there's the whistle for the conclusion of the 45 seconds. Competitors, make sure you keep on to the end of those ropes, girls, when you throw them. Okay, the pool has been asked to be cleared, well done. So the next team will be setting themselves up. What we ask, please, is the competitors get themselves as ready as quick as they can, of course under the instruction of the event director. We will get those ropes out as quick as we can. The ones that are throwing will be stood on the side of the pool with their feet, heels together, standing to attention, with the end of the rope in one of their hands. If we get that position as quick as we can keep it moving. So the victims have entered the water. They're stretching out those lines, which are about 17 meters long. Of course, the girls are only throwing 12.5 meters, so technically they don't need a coin at all. Once the event director is happy that the ropes are out, the throwers have got their feet together, they're standing to attention. The end of the rope is of course in their hands. Once he's happy with that, he will of course call the start. And the girls are underway, and as we can see, we've got the conventional coil and the windmill as well. 11:58, of course, is the Commonwealth record, and they're out, and there's somebody going in already. Wow, what's that? Lane number 2, 13:56. That actually is still 2 seconds behind the Commonwealth record. Still got 2 throwers to get that throw out, so let's keep that support going for them. Here comes the next one, lane 5. Well done, lane 4, keep going, girl, keep going, well done. And there we go, that's the 45 seconds. Just wait for the direction from the event director. And we've got that to clear the pool. Next heat will be coming up, heat 5. Heat 5, of course, are the ones with the fastest entry times. Let's see if they achieve that. 11:58 is the Commonwealth record. Let's see if we get anywhere near that. We're only up to 13-ish at the moment. So girls are on the blocks. As soon as you get that instruction from the event director, let's get it set. And heat 5 now are entering the water to get them the victims set. The athletes on the starting block, of course, will be well focused on what they'll be doing, concentrating. Standing on those blocks is a bit of a tense moment for those girls, having experienced it myself on many occasions. Now they go underway. Of course, it's absolutely imperative that the event directors get the event set before they swim or throw. First person coming in on lane 4, 11:97. We're starting to get close. We're getting close to some of the records. Got to keep an eye out for that thrower this afternoon. Okay, 2 more coming in, 2 to go. Keeping that support going just for the last one. Yeah, we got a full house. Come on then, girl, let's pull her in. Oh, just outside of 45. Sorry. Okay, the event director has actually called clear the pool. Thank you. We'll be heading towards heat number 1 of the men. So the Commonwealth record on this one is 8.99. 8.99. I wonder if we'll get anywhere near that today. So men, you've seen the girls throw. You should now know exactly what's expected of you. Get yourselves into those start positions once that lovely event director has got you moving. Uh-oh, I've got to move. The drone's coming in. I don't want another haircut. And the papers have gone everywhere. Rocky, I'm going to have words with you, all right? You've just upset all our papers. And the event director has called the men, the victims, to enter the water. Let's go, go, go then, lads. Just the 2 competitors on this one, but let's still make as much noise, please. And here they go. I can't hear any cheering. Come on, let's make a bit of noise for these 2 young men. And there we go, they both got it in. Come on then, guys, let's pull them into the side. Looks as if lane 6 has made it first. Closely followed by lane 3. Super. Wait for the instructions from the event directors. And there's the instruction for the competitors to leave the water, please. Thank you. And the next heat. Just a reminder call, please. Any more male competitors for the line throw? Make sure you're at marshalling. Last call for line throw. So looks like we've got a full house this time, 8 throwers. This could be exciting. I'm sure we'll be raising the roof with the jeering this time. It's warming up already, that's good to hear. And they're in the water, the victims are out, going to get themselves set. So there's the shouting. We turn around and give them a final little bit of encouragement. As soon as you hear those whistles, let's have a bit of peace and quiet for the start. By the looks of it, we just got a little technical matter. Victims are going to have to remain patient. So are the competitors. I know it's not nice waiting, gentlemen, but we've got to make sure everything is set properly before the start, especially when we're looking at hundredths of a second between placings. Looks as if we're nearly there. And here we go then with a full house of 8. Let's see if they can all get it in this time. Plenty of windmills there. And we got some out already. We got 4 heading back to the side. Whoa! And what have we got there? 1180 by the looks of it. Still a fair way off the 8.99, but this is only the heats. Okay, just a few more seconds, I think, for these guys to finish this event. And there it is, the 45 seconds. Okay, wait for clearance from the directors. And there's the signal to leave the water. Thank you. Team managers, coaches, can we please have the ladies for the 100-man tow come to marshalling? Thank you. Next heat, another full complement of 8. So we're on to heat 3 of 5. Again, the competitors are waiting for that direction from the event director to actually get set. Just a reminder, please, ladies, for the 100 tow, start making their way to marshalling. Thank you. By the looks of it, we're just ironing out 1 or 2 little technical matters. But the whistle is in the mouth of the event director. And there it goes. Victims heading in the water now, getting those ropes out, getting set as quick as they can. As we can see, the ones that are throwing, making sure there's no little knots or niggles actually in those lines. Those 17-meter unweighted 8 to 9 millimeter ropes they're throwing. Just making sure the ends of those ropes are hidden in their hands. They should not be exposed. Here we go, we've only got 3 windmills this time, the remainder doing conventional line throw. First one heading to the wall, 14.33 as the board shows. Just the last competitor to finish. I think he's got a little bit of a problem there. Yep, he managed to knit a jumper, well done. Just waiting for the clearance from the director. And there it is to clear the pull, thank you. So the difference, if you're not aware, we can see some windmills, we can see some what I call conventional line throws. In a real rescue environment, of course, we would expect the rescuer to use a conventional line throw, whereas the windmill has been developed purely for speed for this competition. So heat number 4, getting themselves ready. And there's the call for the victims to enter the water. So victims out as quick as they can, get everything set. We can see the victims there getting their lines nice and straight, stretched out behind. That's their choice, of course. If they want to stretch the rope out behind the obstacle, that's their choice. And the ropes are right there. Come on then, guys, let's have a little bit of noise. Come on, lads, let's pull them in. Use those big leg muscles. Just a couple more to get those lines out. 0.02 of a second, splitting 1 and 2 there. Thank goodness for electronic timing. And there we go with the 45 seconds. Well done, gentlemen. And we're heading towards the final heat now, once again. Fastest entry times that we've had. 8.99 is what we're looking at for some records. I think we're only down to about 11 at the moment, so we need to see something special now, men. Okay, victims just getting themselves sorted out. The temperature of the water today, by the way, guys, is 26.7 degrees. Oh, that's a little fresh. But anyhow, don't want to leave the victims out there too long, or they'll end up suffering from hypothermia. And here we go with the final heat of the men. Again, let's have a little bit of noise, please. Come on, let's push them on. We've got somebody heading back to the side. Oh, a little bit of a slip there, unfortunately. But yeah, still 12.01. Pity about that little slip. That could have been well in the 11s otherwise. But all the others are pouring in now. 14s, 15s, 16 seconds. Everybody hoping to make that A and B final. Still waiting for a couple on the far side. Yeah, looks like we're going to get a full house this time. I think they all deserve a cheer because we got a full house. Well done, guys. You saved your victims. And you've been asked to leave the water. So that concludes the line throw. There will be a little delay now, of course, because we need to remove the remainder of the obstacles. But, of course, we are all looking forward to the ladies competing in their 100 meters toe. So, of course, it's a huge thanks to our equipment team that are working as slick as they can to remove those obstacles. They're also behind getting all of the tubes, mannequins all set. We may see a couple of divers on the bottom of the pool as well. All there for setting up. Part of the 50-odd crew that are actually working to keep this competition running as smooth as we can. And I actually think we're doing quite well today. Spectators, are we doing all right today in relation to speed of this competition? Thank you for your support. What about the athletes? Are you happy? You weren't as loud as the spectators. That's obviously because you're saving your energy.
you teaching National Lifeguard or First Aid? Pick up your disposable lungs for your resuscitation mannequins and provide your candidates with a realistic simulation. Get yours today at lifeguarddepot.com.
A tragedy can happen in seconds. It didn't happen here because he knew how to swim to survive. The Swim to Survive program, developed by the Lifesaving Society, teaches the 3 skills needed to survive an unexpected fall into the water. Prepare your child to survive an unexpected fall into deep water. Learn more about Swim to Survive at lifesavingsociety.com.
Introducing the new Preston Ultralight, a compact, very portable set of mannequins with the same durability and realistic look that you come to expect with Preston. This lightweight, easy to carry bag contains 4 mannequins with stackable heads, torsos, and compression pistons. Setup is fast and easy with no small pieces to lose or break. Simply attach the piston, assemble the head, insert the lung bag, and you're ready to train. As seen with other Preston mannequins, the Ultralight has anatomically correct features in the same realistic skin that is easy to clean. The piston allows for realistic chest compression resistance and depth, while the disposable lung bag gives a visible chest rise. Finally, a lightweight, portable mannequin with a realistic look at an affordable price. I encourage you to contact your Preston authorized distributor to learn more about the Preston Ultralight.
As lifeguards, we must be visible. Lifesaving Society lifeguard uniforms give guards the professional and distinctive look that stands out in a crowd. Readily identifiable at a distance and instantly credible in the international lifeguard colors, our uniforms are durable, UV protected, quick drying, and lightweight for superior comfort and fit. Lifesaving Society uniforms are designed by lifeguards for lifeguards. Order now from the online store of Canada's lifeguarding experts.
It's not like any job you've ever had.
Our job requires skill,
Physical fitness, teamwork.
making life-saving decisions,
We are all across Canada, competing on the world stage,
creating new friends,
making a difference.
celebrating 50 years of saving lives.
We are Canada's national lifeguards.
Lifesaving Society is pleased to introduce the Strokes and Skills instructional video series featuring front crawl, back crawl, and breaststroke. And there's more, including entries, dives, movement skills, kicks, and fitness, a total of 8 separate instructional videos. They all follow the must-sees found in the revised Swim for Life Award Guide and Teaching Swim for Life resource, and each video is less than 5 minutes. Instructors can now watch the must-sees come to life with real kids demonstrating strokes and skills across different swimmer levels. Colorful animations along with slow motion capture and instant replays all help to reinforce and apply the must-sees. With demonstrations above and below the water, stroke and skill mechanics are clearly shown and engaging to learners. You'll see how kids perform the same stroke or skill differently but still meet the same must-sees. These video clips are short, informative, and easy to follow. They demonstrate the must-sees clearly and best of all, feature some really cool kids. For more information about the Swim Strokes and Skills instructional video series, visit the Lifesaving Society's website.
And they're off. Event number 7, the women 100-meter tow with fins. We've got 9 preliminaries in this one.
So here we go with heat 3. As we saw, the start is a little bit precarious because, of course, the swimmers are wearing fins and having to carry that tube. But anyhow, they're safely in the water, heading down that pool. They are kicking those legs, getting the power out of those fins, driving themselves forwards. Now they're starting to think about how they're going to turn and clip that mannequin. Once that mannequin has been released, that tube will be placed around the mannequin. It must be secured around the back underneath the arms. And then they're going to head back to their starting position, their finish. It appears all the mannequins have been well secured. Now it's a matter of keeping those legs moving, getting the power out of those fins, driving those legs, getting some additional power out of those arms. What have they got? 10, 15 meters to go. They're starting to think about their finish. All those mannequins have remained in the correct position by the looks of it. In they go. The first one's getting in to hit the wall. Well done, 1:11.24, and the others are following very quickly behind them. Well done, ladies. So competitors have been asked to leave the water now. Heat number 4, of course, will be starting to sort themselves out. For the benefit of those that have never done this event, as I said, the start is a critical thing for these people, especially standing on those blocks. In fact, even getting up onto those blocks with those fins on, getting themselves into their start position, their chosen start position. We might see a few differences as to how they carry the tubes. But once they're up on that block, the director is happy, the event will start. Of course, at the opposite end of the pool, we can see the mannequin handlers. They're the ones that will be stabilizing that mannequin in the correct position, and there is a correct position for it to be stabilized in. Ready for the athletes to arrive. So here goes heat 4. We can see, I think all the swimmers have chosen to surface and then swim on the surface down to their mannequin. They can, of course, swim as far as they want underwater with those fins, but that's their choice. They're now arriving at the wall to start the clipping. The fastest clippers will be clipping in about 2-ish seconds, all within the 10 meters. Once that mannequin head passes the 10-meter line, the tube line must be straight. Now the girls are heading back with those mannequins weighing approximately 20 kilos. They're only sort of half fullish of water, weighing about 20 kilos in weight. So not only have they got to propel themselves, they've got to propel or pull that mannequin with them. All the mannequins are looking good at the moment. These mannequins, of course, at the moment are treated as a breathing casualty. First one's coming in to hit the wall now. There we go. So by the looks of it, we're going to have another successful heat with all those breathing casualties, hence the reason for their heads being out the water, arriving safely at the wall. And they've been asked to leave the water now by the event director. As I said, another successful race, another successful rescue of 8 mannequins.
And while these women are making the best time they can, we're calling marshalling for the men 100-meter toe with fins. All teams marshalling, men 100-meter toe with fins. Please proceed to the marshalling point.
So as we can all see, we've got another full house on the clipping. Athletes bringing those breathing casualties back to the side. Bit of a battle on in the middle 2 lanes there. We're going to get another close finish from the first 4 places. But again, another successful rescue.
And there they go, the last heat for the women tow with fins, 100 meters. You can cheer them up, they might hear you. And this is the last call, marshalling for the men, 100-meter tow with fins. Last call, marshalling, men, 100-meter tow with fins. We're still missing some people. Please come to the marshalling position. The men, 100-meter tow with fins.
So as we've heard, this is the last heat of the women. 56.3 is actually the Commonwealth record. Be a little bit behind that, I think. The first swimmer is getting towards the end of the pool now, the end of the length. And there, by the looks of it, we have another perfect finish. Another successful carriage of all the mannequins back to the finish position. That's a little bit unusual, to be honest, but well done, ladies. Well done, ladies. Okay, so this is going to be the first heat for the men. No pressure, men, but all of the ladies managed to get their mannequins back. No pressure. So here we go with heat 1 of 8 heats of the men's 100-man tow with fins. Looking neck and neckish from where I'm actually giving commentary from, which is at the finish end. Unfortunately, I can't see everything that's going on at the deep end where the diving boards are, so I can't see everything that's happening there, but I can see clearly that both competitors are on their way back, successfully bringing their casualties with them. That concludes Heat 1. Yeah, a little bit of a cheer and a bit of a clap for those two athletes, please. Competitors have been asked to leave the water. Second heat, getting themselves ready. I mentioned a little bit earlier about the mannequins the guys are towing at the moment, in the fact that they are sort of half filled with water. So these are actually regarded as breathing casualties, hence the reason for their heads having to remain out of the water. When we get on to the mannequins that are full with water, and of course are on the bottom of the pool, then they are regarded as non-breathing casualties. And of course then it's all about getting those casualties back to a point of landing as quickly as possible. So we'll see a few different things going on then. Weights of the mannequins, as I said, the full one is about 37.5-ish kilograms when full, 20-ish kilograms when half full of water. So the event director is just making sure that everybody's in position, including the handlers. Handlers, of course, form a critical part in this for the actual athletes, in that those handlers have to hold those mannequins correctly and they have to let go of them at the right time, or they can, of course, get their competitor disqualified. So a critical job for those handlers. It's not just anybody down there holding that mannequin. One of the rules also for this competition is that the actual athlete, the swimmer, wears a hat, and of course their handler must wear an identical hat, or at least a hat that represents their country.
Last call, marshalling, 100 meter, man, toe with fins. Last call, the man, 100 meter, toe with fins. To the marshalling position, please.
So here we go with heat 4. Including this heat, we've got the 5 to finish. So we're hoping to finish around 12:15, which is only 15 minutes after the published time, which is great. Just a reminder to everybody, the warm-up this afternoon will start at 1500, with the final starting at 16 or 16:15. But anyhow, heat number 4 is well underway. Clippings taking place. It's all 50 meters away from me, so I can't see exactly what's going on, but we've got lots of swimmers coming back. Looks as if one's lost his mannequin. But the remainder are heading back with all their mannequins. Bit of a battle going on between about 3 or 4 lanes at the moment. Lane 5 has got the edge on everybody, but then we got 3 others behind coming in very close together. It's going to be a knock, knock, knock touch. Well done, guys. Unfortunately, that one mannequin got left behind. Successful for the rest. Well done. So just in the final preparation for the next heat. I think we should quickly put our hands together for the guys in red that are dragging the mannequins back to the deep end of the pool. They're the ones that help keep this event moving as swiftly as it can be. And I have to say today, I think we've done really well in keeping it moving. So quick hand clap, please, for those guys in red, hauling those mannequins to the end of the pool. Thank you. Well done, men. That's another successful heat. Just a reminder to everybody that the times that come up on the board, of course, they are provisional. Please remember that it's the final sheets that are signed by the overall referee that are the final results. So it's only the times on the screen. If there are any disqualifications, then they will not appear on the screen. They will appear on the final sheets that are published at the end of the pool. So we're on to the final heat of the morning. Obviously now they are turning around and clipping, as you can see. As soon as this heat finishes, we are going to announce a couple of times with regards to this afternoon. Okay, so the first ones are coming on back. Seems to be a battle between the first three there, head to head. Looks as if one lane's actually lost one of the mannequins, but the rest are still there, three still battling out between them. Approaching the 5 metre line now, lane 5 stretched ahead of front a little bit. 4-3 still head to head, it's going to be milliseconds between them, hundredths of a second. We're just waiting for the final man to arrive. Unfortunately, he left his casualty behind. I think the girls won there in relation to pulling the mannequins back. Men need to do a little bit of practice before the finals, but well done, guys. As I said, in a moment, I'm going to give you a few times with regards to warm-up, etc. So make sure you've got your ears open for that. Okay, team managers, coaches, for your information. The 50-metre pool will remain open for another 30-ish minutes. It will close at 12:45. 12:45. So if anybody wants to continue with any cool downs, when I give the nod, then you may do so until 12:45. The pool will reopen for the warm-ups again at 1500, and the finals will start at 1600 this afternoon. We will be announcing all of the names of the competitors that are in the finals this afternoon, so it will be a little bit more formal than perhaps this morning. But thank you for keeping this moving so well this morning. Thank you. I've just had a little sort of slappy on the wrist for using the terms 1500, 1600. 1500 is, of course, 3 p.m. 1600 is 4 p.m. Sorry, that's the good old British way of talking with our 24-hour clock. But anyhow, that's us.
You made the finals in the 200. B final.